4, 3, 2, 1.
Touch of Karma. Invoke Siwan, the White Tiger. Storm, Earth, and Fire.
Orb. Orb.
Crackling Jade Lightning.
5,
Fortifying
4,
Brew.
3,
Orb.
2,
Orb.
1.
Storm, Earth, and Fire. Healthstone.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The first corpses of the mountain, from which I will rule.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Invoke Siwan, the White Tiger. Storm, Earth, and Fire. Touch of Karma.
Orb.
Crackling Jade Lightning.
5,
Fortifying Brew.
3, 2, 1.
Orb. Orb.
Storm, Earth, and Fire.
Orb.
Healthstone.
Five,
Orb.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Diffuse Magic. Touch of Karma. Health Pot. Storm, Earth, and Fire. Invoke Siwan, the White Tiger.
Corpses of the mountain
5, 4,
from which I will rule.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Invoke Siwan, the White Tiger. Storm, Earth, and Fire.
Orb.
Touch of Karma. Crackling Jade Lightning.
5,
Fortifying
4,
Brew.
3, 2, 1.
Orb.
Storm, Earth, and Fire.
Orb.
Healthstone.
Orb.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Orb.
1.
Diffuse Magic. Health Pot. Touch of Karma. storm, earth, and fire. Invoke Siwen, the white tiger. Fortifying brew.
4, 3, 2, 1. Dark matter.
The first corpses of the mountain, from which I will rule.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Invoke Siwen, the white tiger. Touch of karma. Storm, earth, and fire.
Orb.
Crackling jade lightning.
5,
Orb.
4,
Fortifying brew.
2, 1. Dark matter. One.
Storm, earth, and fire. Healthstone.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dark matter.
Diffuse magic.
Orb. Orb.
Health pot. Touch of karma.
1.
Storm, earth, and fire.
Massive smash.
Invoke Siwen, the white tiger. Fortifying brew.
4, 3, 2, 1. Dark matter. Shadow space. Massive smash. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dark matter.
The first corpses of the mountain, from which I will rule.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Invoke Siwan, the White Tiger. Touch of Karma. Storm, Earth, and Fire.
Orb.
Crackling Jade Lightning.
5,
Fortifying Brew.
3,
Orb.
2, 1. Dark matter.
Orb. Orb.
Healthstone. Hot. Storm, Earth, and Fire.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dark matter.
Diffuse Magic.
Fright.
Orb.
Touch of Karma. Health Pot.
1.
Storm, Earth, and Fire.
Massive smash.
Invoke Siwan, the White Tiger. Fortifying Brew.
4, 3, 2, 1. Dark matter. Shattered space. Two. One. Dark matter. Shattered space. One.
Corpses of the mountain, from which I will rule.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Invoke Siwan, the White Tiger. Storm, Earth, and Fire. Touch of Karma.
Orb.
Massive smash.
Crackling jade lightning.
5,
Fortifying
4,
brew.
3, 2, 1. Dark matter. Shattered space.
Orb.
1. Done.
Healthstone. Hot. Storm, earth, and fire.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dark matter.
Diffuse magic.
Shattered space.
Orb.
Touch of karma. Health pot.
1.
Orb.
Done.
The first corpses of the mountain, from which I will rule.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Touch of karma. Invoke Siwan, the white tiger. Storm, earth, and fire.
Orb.
Massive smash.
Crackling jade lightning.
5,
Fortifying brew.
3, 2, 1. Dark matter. Shattered space. Pick up excess mass.
Orb.
1. Done.
Healthstone. Storm, earth, and fire.
Massive smash.
Pot.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dark matter.
Diffuse magic.
Orb.
Touch of karma. Health pot.
Orb. Orb. Orb.
1. Done.
Storm, earth, and fire. Invoke Siwan, the white tiger. Fortifying brew.
4, 3, 2, 1. Dark matter.
The first corpses of the mountain, from which I will rule.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Touch of Karma. Storm, Earth, and Fire. Invoke Siwan, the White Tiger. Storm, Earth, and Fire.
Five, four,
Fortifying Brew.
2, 1. Dark matter.
Health Pot. Pot.
Massive smash. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dark matter.
Diffuse Magic. Hold Strike. Health Pot. Touch of Karma.
Done.
Use Nether Prism. Invoke Siwan, the White Tiger. Storm, Earth, and Fire. Fortifying Brew.
4, 3, 2, 1. Dark matter.
First corpses of the mountain, from which I will rule.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Touch of Karma. Storm, Earth, and Fire. Invoke Siwan, the White Tiger. Storm, Earth, and fire.
Massive smash. 5, 4,
Fortifying brew.
2, 1. Dark matter. Pick up excess mass.
Health pot. Pot.
Massive smash. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dark matter.
Diffuse magic. Hold strike.
Pick up excess mass.
Health pot. Touch of karma.
Done.
Use nether prism. Invoke Siwan, the white tiger. Storm, earth, and fire.
from which I will rule.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Touch of karma. Invoke Siwan, the white tiger. Storm, earth, and fire. Storm, earth, and fire.
Massive smash. 5, 4,
Fortifying brew.
2, 1. Dark matter.
Health pot. Pot.
Massive smash. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dark matter.
Diffuse magic. Hold strike. Health pot. Touch of karma.
Devour.
Use nether prism.
The first corpses of the mountain, from which I will rule.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Invoke Siwen, the White Tiger. Touch of Karma. Storm, Earth, and Fire. Storm, Earth, and Fire.
Massive smash.
5, 4,
Fortifying Brew.
2, 1. Dark magic.
Healthstone plus Rift.
Massive smash.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Dark matter.
Diffuse Magic.
Corpses of the mountain, from which I will rule.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Storm, Earth, and Fire. Touch of Karma. Invoke Siwen, the White Tiger. Storm, Earth, and Fire.
Five, 4,
Fortifying Brew.
2, 1. Dark magic.
Healthstone plus Rift.
Massive smash.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Dark matter.
Diffuse Magic. Hold Strike. Touch of Karma. Health Pot. Transcendence. Use Nether Prism. Storm, Earth, and Fire. Invoke Siwen, the White Tiger. Fortifying Brew.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Dark magic.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Storm, Earth, and Fire. Invoke Siwen, the White Tiger. Touch of Karma. Storm, Earth, and Fire.
Massive smash.
5, 4,
Fortifying Brew.
2, 1.
Dark matter. Shattered space. Pick up success now. One.
Healthstone plus Rift.
Massive smash.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Dark matter.
Diffuse Magic.
Shattered space.
Hold Strike. Touch of Karma. Health Pot.
1. Devour.
Transcendence. Use Nether Prism. Storm, Earth, and Fire. Invoke Siwen, the White Tiger.
5, 4,
from which I will rule.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Storm, Earth, and Fire. Invoke Siwen, the White Tiger. Touch of Karma. Storm, Earth, and Fire.
Massive smash.
5, 4,
Fortifying Brew.
2, 1.
Dark matter. Shattered space.
Healthstone plus Rift.
Massive smash.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Dark matter.
Diffuse Magic.
Shattered space.
Hold Strike. Health Pot. Touch of Karma.
1.
Transcendence. Use Nether Prism. Storm, Earth, and Fire.
Massive smash.
Invoke Siwen, the White Tiger.
5,
Fortifying Brew.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Dark matter. Shattered space.
Of the mountain, from which I will
Pump damage, you rat. Health pot and pray to Banlu. Pot ha 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 ha.
Hello. Oh, fuck my life. Why don't I do any damage on these shitty end bosses? Actually, just take me back to Undermine. Oh my god, what a time to be alive. Do you remember Undermine? Absolutely demolished Muggsy. Fucking sent him to the gulag, and then Galliwick was my bitch. I'm Dimensius' bitch. I swear to God, I don't do anything on this fight. It don't make any sense. Cause the other bosses, all the other bosses, you can do like really well. I feel like, maybe not Plexus Sentinel, more of a ranged fight. But you can still do decent damage. Soulbinders, my bitch. Lumathar, midway, my bitch, like semi bitch. What's his name? Araz? Araz is my bitch. 100%. That guy's on his knees. What else? Soul Hunter's surprisingly a really good Shadowpan fight. Crackling Jade Lightning go burr. Fractilis, you know, it's a single target. 5-minute patchwork fight in it, but you can still do damage. But I swear to God, I get to these last two bosses, I just feel like I'm doing nothing. And damage isn't everything, but it is. But it isn't. But it is. I don't know. It just feels like when you don't see yourself on the meters, fucking, what am I doing? How am I helping? On top of that, I feel like I'm the squishiest motherfucker in the world. Like, genuinely, I feel like I'm so... I don't know, I just feel so squishy on this boss. It's insanely crazy. Like, Windwalkers have a lot of defenses, right? 3 defenses, quite a lot. 1 minute 30 cooldown each time. But I just... you pop them all, they're gone. And then you need another one for the next mechanic. Uh-oh. And I was watching, I was watching Boomy play on Dimensius, the Liquid Windwalker. And he pops... it's fucking insane. This guy pops Fortifying Brewing Karma on pull. So he uses 2 of his main defenses for the entirety of P1 on the pull. And the pull does a lot of damage, but you can survive it without any defenses. Which means, like, hear me out. He pops 2 of his biggest defenses on pull, and then only pops them again next for the next devour. Which means for this entire period of time, when you've got the Mass Smash hitting hard, you've got Dark Matter ticking you, you're getting hit constantly by the, I don't even know, Cosmic Radiation. On top of that, you're getting smacked by Shattered Space, like, twice. And all of these abilities come in twice. He has 1 diffuse magic, and I swear to God he doesn't even press it. I think he pressed it once, maybe, in the fight. He doesn't press it after this. And I'm here, fucking... It's like that meme with Payphone. He's playing with Payphone, you know? He pops both his major defenses on pull, nothing until he gets to this part of the fight, and then he just pops them again. Because, don't get me wrong, Devour hits like a truck, and you need a big defensive for this Devour here. You can get away with a Karma and just a health pot, right? But, like, I feel like if I don't have a defensive for this one, I'm fucking dead. If I don't have a defensive for here, I'm fucking dead. It's over. And then if I don't have a defensive here, I'm fucking dead. What does he doesn't... and he doesn't even health pot or healthstone for this entire thing as well, right? No health pot or healthstone in P1. I have used every single defensive I have as, like, efficiently as possible, in my opinion, because I've just been wiping constantly. So, like, I'm happy with the defensives at this point, because this is the best I can get out of it to make sure I get as much uptime on the damage as possible. And I'm using my health pot and my healthstones as well, and we haven't even gotten to this section here. Like, I mean, I have a Fortifying Brew here, so that should carry me. But then nothing for this Slam, nothing for this Dark Matter. My point is, I feel like I've used absolutely fucking everything to try and survive this. And I'm just... And he can just... he doesn't even defense him! It's fucking... It's crazy. So I just feel like I die so much. Because I get to this point, and it's like, well, I have nothing left. But I wish I could do that. Pop the 2 on the pull, then have them both back up for this Devour, because then there's nothing to fear from this Devour. This Devour is really scary, especially if you're, like, sucking down and stuff. So having, like, your 2 defenses on top of each other mean you're absolutely fine. But then it's just... I just want to be in that period where I'm not even scared of this damage. Like, the damage here. Oh, my God. Also, fucking... I don't even know why I'm trying Shadowpan on this fight. I think the thing that's tilting me is that Okay, one, I feel like I don't do any damage in P1 at all. But two, I feel like I'll only start doing damage once we get out of this Devour and I get to put my cooldowns again. But I've done that like 2 or 3 times in Prog, which is fine, it's Prog, but I feel like from this point to this point, I do nothing. I do no add damage. I do no boss damage. What is my purpose? Am I a 5% buff? I am. That is literally my purpose, except I'm only 5% buffing half of the, like, 1 ad and the boss. What is my purpose here? Like once you get into P2 and stuff, sure, I will start doing damage, but I just feel so useless. And I just don't survive anything. Because the biggest issue as well is with how all the defenses are set up, is if I use a health pot and a health stone, and I'm going to die to something else, right? Because you can get, like, random ticking damage throughout from certain things, so you can get a bit unlucky. So if I have to, like, use a health stone at a different point in time, I do not have it for my assignment. I don't have it for my assignment, I'm fucking dead. I have to use Karma a little bit earlier, because otherwise I die. Like, 'cause you want to survive, right? Like, obviously, you can't defensive here if you're dead by this point. It's such a stressful fight. And then on top of that, I do fucking nothing. Floor POV, 12 meters. Does he do any damage? Find out in the next stream. Nexus King, I think you probably can get away. If you went Shadow Pan, I reckon you could pad damage, but I'm not too bothered about that, because, like, it made sense what I was doing on Nexus King. I was doing certain damage to a certain target, and I did my job. I feel like I'm doing no job here. I don't know. I just feel so useless. I guess it's the TLDR of my spiel. Ooh, I feel useless. Have you felt like you're dying in M+2 when you're out defensives? No. Generally in M+, I don't feel like I use defensives too, like, impractically, I'll be honest. In M+, I feel like if I die in M+, it's because I'm fucking stupid. I'll do something stupid, right? I'll end up, like, I don't know, rolling into a mechanic, or not interrupting and getting zapped. Like, if I get, like, killed by a cast or something, it's usually how I'll end up dying, because no interrupts or CC or something. I don't really think defenses are an issue. I die in M+. More of a boss thing. Like, defenses are just, I don't know, maybe at higher key levels, I feel like then maybe, like, bad defensive management is bad, because you do need it for certain things. But usually I'm pretty alright with defenses in M+, but I've never had a defensive issue either, right, on any of these bosses as well. So you look at Nexus King, you can see, like, defensives are all planned out and everything, and this was all fine. All defensives on Nexus King were absolutely fine. I didn't have an issue with defensives at all. I was more concerned about offensive cooldowns, actually, which is an issue. But I don't think I've ever done a boss where in 2 minutes, in like a 2-minute window, I feel like I've expended everything. I don't know how I could position these in better spots, and I'm still just die. I still just die. And I get it's a fight that you're meant to be on low health at most of the time. Like, that makes sense. But it's just, this guy fucking owns me. He owns me. It's crazy. Absolutely ludicrous. Fun fight, though. Fun fight. Just wish I did more. Alright. Well, seeing as I'm still here. Yeah, so we had to, yeah, I probably should have said. We're having some internet issues. A lot of people, like, desync throughout the night, unfortunately. And then eventually our Demon Hunter, he just had, like, a mega DC. And he can't get back on his computer. His computer won't work. Everyone's frozen in space. And it's just like, well, we can't really... You can't progress it. Because at this point, we're at 10%. It's obviously not a clean 10%. We need a bit more... need a bit more female pulls on that one to get it to be like a real clean %. But at this point, we need to kill the boss. And the Demon Hunter buff is important. Plus, he does some damage, eh? He's pretty decent at Demon Hunter, I'd say. He's pretty good. I'd rate him. So just missing that means that we're just... Like, if we cannot get the push, what's the point? I guess practicing the actual, like, movement and stuff to make sure that we can get there consistently. I mean, I've taught myself into it now, actually. Yeah, I probably should have just kept doing that. But I understand why. Anyway, I mean, I was going to play the game for, like, a few more hours now, so I might as well just do some M+, you know? Let's lose my sanity some more. I'm going to play Shadowpan, because I enjoy it, and M+. Also, running 2 actives feels horrible as well on this boss. I think a lot of it comes down to the fact that all my damage isn't meant for P1, or like it's meant throughout the fight, right? The idea behind double active is not because double active is what you should play on every boss in the tier. Double active is kind of cringe. The reason double active is what the Liquid Windwalker ran and why I'm running it as well. And I should run a Raz. A Raz would be better for this, but I don't have one, unfortunately. Is because Antenna would be the next best option, right? A nice passive trinket. But the amount of times you actually get to pick up the antenna during the fight is so low. Just because of how much movement there is involved, especially in P3 when you need the damage. So the idea would be like you'd Lily or Raz on pull, and then when you get back to like your 130s, that's when you'd Nether Prism, and then you'd essentially hold Nether Prism for the entirety of Platform 1 and Platform 2, just using Lily or whatever, and then you get to the P3, which is when you need all the damage, and you go on with, 18 stack Nether Prism and cooldowns, and you get the absolute highest amount of burst you possibly can. And then you can then Lily the next one, and then Nether Prism the next one if the fight goes on that long. So it's very specific to this fight in itself, just because of how many times you get to pop cooldowns, because it's such a long fight, and how much downtime you have as well with flying and stuff, and how awkward Antenna is. So I'm not crazy. I'm not running 2 actives because I'm delusional. There is a method to it. I've got so much versatility. Yeah, I think this is fine. 17, 16, 15. Crit chains, fine. Yeah, I think this setup's cool. Alright, let's do a 14. Oh, do I need to turn on? No, I've got Radar IO on. We're fine. Let's see what we can find. So M+, what am I doing? I'm trying to get like 14s, 13s, whatever. Just trying to pick up the score. Oh, I've done all my 12s, didn't even realise. It's pretty exciting. What am I listening to? I've got 13s in Echo Dome. That's pretty good. Oh, I do not have IO. I do have IO turned on. Why is it not working for those two? Is it because they come as a pair? What's good? What am I? 2967, 2962, but I'm full 12s, which means 297's bad? 3000? Holy shit. This guy games. Oh no, they left. That's 14s. I'll take a Resto. I like Resto's Shamans. It's only... What dungeon is this? It's only Ecodome. We'll be fine. Oh, I can see what they have now. They only have 13s and 12s. No. So I'm looking for people with about, like, 3k score, then. A Retro's good? Let's find out. Alright, we'll delist that. Let's go again. So we have CR, we have Bloodlust. We want a tank, and we want another damage. Ideally a range damage, otherwise we're all clumped in melee, which is kind of cringe. Maybe a hunter. A hunter and a warrior tank would be like, mwah, chef's kiss, but I don't know how lucky we'll get on that. Hunter's pretty good. Yeah, we'll get the hunter. And then what? Maybe not any tank. Like a warrior would be kind of cool, but I'll take a DK. DK is pretty useful, although they do get one shot by everything. But I think that's the gimmick. Maybe a bear. I take a bear as well. I do like this. My stats are so So all over the place. I'm just surprised how much verse Shadowpan seems to enjoy. She just, I mean, if I take the pot off and the food and all this shit, 'cause it kind of scuffs it up a little bit. If you look at like basic stats and stuff, you can see Mastery is 16,000, Haste 15, and then Verse 14,000. They're actually really close to each other. Hey, is that the bear I'm looking for? He's called Tanker. He hasn't done a 14, but he's done all his 13s. Shit, get him in. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? Oh, I should probably go into my Shadowpan actual... Oh, do I want to set up for this? I should have already set up. I'm on 9 stacks. I can give it a go. If like my cape procs or something, it won't work, but I quickly just try to do this before I go into the key. I gain a lot of damage. So I'm going to try to get it to 8.
Orb.
Orb. I'm going to get it to 8 real quick. It's on 6. Ah, it's going to prop my cape, isn't it, before it hits.
Orb.
One more rising. Nailed it. This just means that I'll now expend shadows from my first thing sent out rather than my 9th. Which doesn't sound like much, but it's actually really important. Not important, it's just it's a damage gain, essentially, for like literally doing nothing. For me hitting a target dummy for 25 seconds, I gain damage. Why wouldn't I do it? Hello, SP Matt, how you doing?
That Psy cartel has lost control of the docks. I need someone competent to sort it out for them.
I've rebranded. I call myself Blur POV now. That's how I feel. Alright. Oh, why did that double? Am I hearing double? Why did that sound double? Have I got DBM installed as well? Nope. Don't have DBM, it just... Who knows? Sure. How's Mythic rating been going for you? It's been going alright. Like, I've been enjoying it. I think I've done well predominantly the most of the tier. I feel like I've played pretty bad on Nexus King, and I don't know if I'm playing bad on Dimensius. On paper, it looks like I'm playing bad, but I just feel, I don't know. I feel so squishy. I feel like Windwalker just feels really weak on these last 2 bosses. Nexus King, it feels bad, and I think it feels bad for a lot of melee just in general because of how much movement's involved. Like, I feel like I'm just fucked as a melee half the time. Like, I wish I was a range spec at times. Overall, it's a good raid. Oh shit, he's going for the Omega pull.
Orb.
And we proc Shadow instantly. GG, I'm about to do 10 million damage. Wait, no, that's not a very high number.
Orb.
Hold up, 10 million's not a very high number.
Orb.
Ooh, I usually never double up Storm Earth and Fires, and I probably shouldn't have. I'm just greeding here a little bit. I think because we lusted it, I think it was fine. But usually I would never double up Storm Earth and Fires.
Orb.
I'll save lightning for the next pack. I'm not expending a lightning on 2 mobs. It's just cringe. And I have a Tiger Palm ready to expend, so I'm just going to wait for him to stack everything, then go. So I can hit everything with Flurry Strikes. Actually, I'll send out a Fist of Fury now, just so I'm not holding for too much. And now we send. Get into a position. Lightning. I'm actually going to send Storm Earth and Fire here, because I'm going to hold Zuin for... I'm going to hold Zuin for the boss. Oh, I shouldn't have Fist of Fury there. That's not a game of move. Uh-oh. It appears that nothing was dying.
Orb.
Guys, if we will pop our cooldowns on that first pack, so I can tell this pack ain't going nowhere. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should have sent Zune here. I thought it'd die a lot faster. Healer got hit by these circles. That's not good. Luckily, we have about 2 defensives in the bag, so we should be fine. Yeah, it's about fine. I have a lot of stacks for the boss anyway. So I see no like issue in really holding Zune there. The only downside is probably would have about had him back up anyway for when I wanted, but there's no real downside. It just means I get my nether prison. Wow. Alright.
Orb.
We're going to be a little bit dirty here in how we play this. Going to wait for everything to spawn.
Orb.
No lightning for this first set. That's okay. And then we'll send lightning on the next set. Not as much damage as I hoped, but it wasn't awful. If I had lightning, it would have been way more.
Toxic regurgitation.
I want to try get AOO stacks for this. I should be able to.
Orb.
Yeah, I'll be able to. Ah, there we go. That's damage. Oh, I love cracking joke lightning. Right, now he's going to give us the suck. Okay, one ad set over here. Nuke this guy down.
Orb.
God, I hope those ads over there are fine. They don't look fine, I'll be honest. I looked behind me and they were like all about to go in. That's not good. We don't have Zuin. Boss is still so healthy. Oh my god, this paladin does no damage. I've been baited. He does no damage. Sorry, here's a CR. I did trust him, but we'll be alright. And then once again, I'm going to send Zuin and Storm Earth and Fire on the next ad set. Just nuke him down.
Orb.
Oh, look at all these orbs. We can actually try to delay these orbs if we are cheeky about it. So if we grab them now, we'll then have both their buffs up for when we want them in a sec. I'm going to send Zuin out now.
Orb.
Let me get one more suck in, I suppose. Once again, we'll do this one
Orb.
close. Oh, I should have sent out. How bad's that over there? Holy shit, guys. Holy shit, those are my... Who put this gunk here? You did not knock them into the gunk. You. Why is this boss still alive? I'm not concerned. Everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be fine.
Orb.
Toxic regurgitation.
Healer? Oh my god, he was on one. Oh, okay. I think we might regret this Spirit Link,
Toxic
but
regurgitation.
that's okay. I'm a little worried.
With that thing dead,
The boss fight went way longer than it should have, which makes me worried. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. Am I still running both hero talents for raid? Yeah, I do. It really just depends on the boss. I want to say it's like a 50-50 split on what I run in the raid. Like any bosses that have like ads involved, I think are Shadow Pan focused. Like even like a couple of ads, they just seem to be like better tended for Shadow Pan. Maybe it's like a how many? Oh, healer, please, you did not just die. I'm just dead then. Arcan's up. Yeah. Been baited. This healer had the highest score of everyone. I trusted you. The one person he couldn't heal was himself. I do that as a healer though. When I play Mistweaver, when I played Mistweaver for a bit, I found that like I would always be healing everybody else, and I'd always forget to heal myself. I get it. I understand it. Just ideally not my key would be preferred. Are we holding here? Ah, we kind of have to. It's only for 8 seconds, but it's worth it in the long term.
Seek the complete annihilation of this place.
Arcane slash.
Oh.
All of this destruction for the treasure?
Orb.
Oh.
Orb.
I'm so fucking dead
Orb.
here. Oh? Why is nothing dying?
Orb.
Am I crazy? Am I taking crazy pills? I swear to God, it feels like nothing's dying in this dungeon. I think we all need to go. I think we all need to check our armor, make sure everything's like not broken. It feels like people play with broken gear. The interrupts are on point though. I respect that. Oh my God, I feel like I'm gonna die.
Orb.
Do I lightning here? Yeah, it'd be greedy. It'd be greedy to hold. I would have liked to hold this soon and stuff, but I think at this point just getting any ads down is really important.
Orb. Orb.
Buddy, I'm not gonna be funny, but we're not even finished with a pack, and he's like grabbing another one. And it's not like we're close to finished either. I think that's the worst part. We're like nowhere near close to finishing a pack, and he's like, fuck it, grab the next one. And usually I'd be okay with that. But right now, I don't feel like I'm okay with that. I feel like we're just dying to everything. It wasn't too bad, actually. Not gonna have cooldowns for this this big pack though. More importantly, I'm not gonna have defensives for this big pack. I'll have to fuse magic. I might have to hold it though. I don't think I can read it. Oh fuck! Do I have to lightning this? Oh, I really don't want to. I have to finish these guys off though. Okay, we're going into this pack like this.
Orb.
Well, we have cooldowns.
Orb.
So pure single target prefers conduit. Kind of. I mean, in my personal opinion, I think conduit's just better at pure single target. Obviously, unlike Warcraft logs and stuff, that doesn't always show, and a lot of people are playing Shadowpan and pure single target. I think you can get better results with Conduit, but... So, like, for Fractilis, for instance, I think you can outperform Shadowpan with Conduit. If you play both perfectly, I think you'd get more Conduit than Shadowpan. Plexus Sentinel as well. I think the timings are nice for it. Oh, I'm gonna have to send here because I have 20 lightning. Uh-oh. Well, shit, my javelin's done. How's your javelin doing? Not good. Don't bring it to me. That is insanity. We'll have a lot of cooldowns up when we need them, though. Which is when these two pop. Maybe not lightning. Actually, saying that, I'm just going to get lightning now. I'm just going to hit this boss here. So I can get lightning stacks. I'm even going to Fist Fury it. I don't give a fuck. I want a 20 stack lightning here. Yeah, that was worth it. Looks at boss damage. Cries a little bit. Guys, please! Like, I enjoy being top damage in dungeons. Like, obviously, because I'm a dirty damage padder freak. But I do also like killing. I do like these dungeons going smooth. I might lightning early here. I might have to. No, it'll be fine, actually. I'll touch death this one.
Orb.
And then we'll send the 20 stack in the next javelin and 10. So we'll just hold lightning here. So obviously we're having a big issue with javelins at the moment. I'm not going to send out the Storm Earth and Fire, though. Oh boy, it's on me. I ain't moving tank. I don't know about you. Help! We're going to get another phase, aren't we?
Orb.
I mean, I don't even think it's the best. We are getting another phase. And I'm gonna put cooldowns here again because I mean, so healthy still. Once again, just gonna hit the dude, get my lightning stacks up. I think 17, 18's fine. Now I am just gonna hold. Ow. You got to go through the boss. Please go through the boss.
Orb. Orb.
I think we're still on good time. Our percentage is a little low. We've got some rough pulls coming up. The last boss is low-key free, but it does take time. I play Conduit Sentinel. Feels better for me. Yeah, no, I agree. I prefer Conduit. I mean, I'm a Conduit fanboy, to be honest, in Raid. I prefer playing it when I can. But some fights, it just isn't competitive. Like, the moment a fight suits Crackling Jade Lightning, right, the moment you bring a couple of adds in that spawn frequently, it's just over for Conduit. It really struggles to compete. And then it just comes down to, like, a what is my purpose sort of thing. And like, if your purpose is like to be dealing damage to like a certain target, like you are boss damage, right, for instance, or you are pro target damage, then Conduit can be more valuable. And the healer got one shot. Okay. Well, that doesn't make me feel good, because we just pulled this pack over here. Ow. I don't feel good, Mr. Stark. I don't really want to put my big cooldowns here, but they're not dying. They're straight up just not dying.
Orb.
Oh my god. fucking lose my mind. I swear to God, not a single person but me has got this pack speaker on target right now. Like, there's no way, there's no shot this guy should still be alive. There's no way he just pressed. I've never seen them consume 2 spirits in one pull. I didn't think it was possible. Please don't kill me. Oh, fuck. Oh, it's on the tank, doesn't matter. I mean, we've gone into this area with like 50%. We're not getting this? I didn't give a fuck. That's my tank. Kind of goated. He's done a pull in here. He's done a massive pull and out of cooldowns. Okay.
Orb. Orb.
There's nothing worse in this life than having to interrupt a... I'm just getting battered here. Having to interrupt a Fist of Fury. Sometimes you just do have to do it. Oh, it's gonna hurt so bad.
Orb.
And I pressed lightning by mistake. GG. Buddy, we cannot keep going with a pack speaker up. You're fucking crazy. My tank's fucking insane. He wants to throw the dungeon. He's like, fuck it. Fuck it, we're under no time pressure. Fucking wrap this up. Okay, that's not good. I targeted the wrong thing. I'm not saying like we were literally under no time pressure at all for this as well. But...
Orb.
Oh, it just makes me laugh.
Orb.
Ow. That doesn't make me laugh. Kind of glad that I got a lot more versatility as well. I think I would have died a bunch more in this dungeon without it. Takes me back to the Dragonflight days. I don't think I'm ever inviting a paladin into my group again, unless it is a healer. I'm not impressed.
Orb.
Oh, now this is a pull that's more my speed. Oh, yeah, this is it. How did that only hit one target? You're fucking with me, game. You're telling me the Runestalkers weren't close enough for that to bounce off. Okay. So I just sent a 20 stack lightning into one target. Okay. Oh, I'm sending cooldowns here, and it sounds crazy because the pack's almost dead, but it'll make sense eventually. Essentially, I need them for the last pull before the boss. It's a really tough pull. But then holding them for about like 2 minutes now would be cringe, so I'm just gonna send it. So we still got a fair bunch of trash to kill anyway. Yeah, I prefer... I mean, I do like Conduit in the raid, but I'm actually enjoying Shadowpan a lot in the raid as well. And I'm much preferring Shadowpan at the moment and M+. Like, it's not even close, actually, how much more I'm preferring Shadowpan and M+. If I send out Storm, Earth, and Fire here... Holy shit, is this so greedy? No, I trust in myself that I know I'll have it back up for the pack.
Orb.
Yeah, I should. It's 30 seconds on its cooldown. It should like lose about another 15. It means I'll only get one Storm, Earth, and Fire for the pack, so I'm gonna have to use it like at an efficient time. I need to build up lightning as well, but I should be able to do that like mid-pull anyway. Holy shit, the paladin is doing damage! My hero.
Orb.
I mean, I said we were under no time pressures. I think I lied. Oh my god, we're gonna go into this with 11 stacks, 13 charges of lightning, and I'm gonna get one shot by a cast. I just know it. Oh, it's gonna be beautiful. Alright, we're gonna get some defenses rolling right meow.
Orb.
Oh, it's beautiful. Alright, gentlemen. I'm going to send out another Storm Earth and Fire. This pack needs to die. It can do ungodly damage, I'll be honest. Plus, I just don't need cooldowns for the boss. You get so much benefits anyway from like the extra haste and stuff. Like, the boss is free, as long as you just dodge, right? Like, like, you can't fail the boss. Unless you fail the boss. Plus, I wouldn't want to pop cooldowns anyway until we get to the triple soak set. So I'm only going to get one set of cooldowns on that fight. Am I? Yeah, fuck it, I'm going to pretend that I do. Yeah, only one set of cooldowns. On a plus 10 Gambit, 701 eye level, 6.2 million overall is decent, or can do better. 6.2 is good. Like, M plus is awkward because it's like you can watch damage and stuff, but like damage always comes down to like, so there's so many factors in M plus that contribute to damage. Like group comp is bigger than you might think. It's not like massive, but it does impact. How your tank pulls is a lot bigger than you think. Like, are you doing massive pulls? And as well as that, how's everybody else performing? Are people in the group performing well, performing bad? Are they killing stuff before you get a chance to? Like, I play like with a shaman in my guild that I played a lot with, doing keys, and he nukes down ads and stuff. Well, then I lose a lot of the damage that I do to targets and stuff like that. Yeah, 6.1 is good. Gambit's an interesting one because you do a lot of damage at the start of the dungeon, and then the packs kind of get a bit shorter. We're going to fully send once we picked up the first thing during the Eternal Weave.
Orb. Orb.
No! Uh-oh. I hadn't quite set myself up well enough there. Doesn't matter, though. Yeah, we'll time this, but it's very tight. First time hitting 18 million burst felt really good. Yeah, I know. Like, to be fair, I was going to say, like, Shadowpan burst is crazy. But, like, Conduit does also do some crazy burst still. But I think, like, Shadowpan just has a higher peak of what it can burst. I think I got 30 million. But, like, we're talking, like, massive pull. Like, you need so many targets. You probably want a Shadow as well. And you want good stacks as well of, like, your Trinket if you're running Nether Prism or something. But I usually burst at like 20 million, like just generally. 20 odds. But it's so satisfying, I love it. Ow. players are dying. Call an ambulance, but not for me.
Orb.
This is what I mean about this boss. This boss, like, in my opinion, like, Echodome's a really... It's an interesting dungeon, right? I actually think the bosses are, like, really easy. I think that's, like, a pretty... I don't think that's, like, a hot take or anything. Like, this boss in particular is super easy. Like, as long as you just collect your soul. That's all you have to do. It's not like you're taking tons of damage or anything. As long as you collect your soul... Get off me! Collect your soul, you're fine. Like, the first boss is also pretty chill. Like, it's just don't get sucked in, right? And then the second boss is also, like, relatively chill. Like, there's a lot harder bosses. I think the trash is the hardest part in this dungeon. So there's quite a lot of casters. And a lot of, like, AoE damage pulses out from them. But I think the bosses are pretty good. Pretty free here. But this was a... this was a dungeon. This was a dungeon. We timed it though. GG's. But that was the, yeah. There's some roughies there. What do we get? So that's 14 Echo Dome. We've got 14 Gambit. So likelihood is I have 15 something good. Floodgate. Oh my god, it's like season 2 all over again. You don't have to get each clone within a certain time. You took so long to do that, and I still got it. Yeah. Oh, if we're talking about like the Eternal Weave, yeah. So the best way to play like the Eternal Weave is that you grab your first clone straight away, and then it's on like a timer, right? So like it's on a 10-second timer, the buff. So then you literally wait for the next phase to come out, the cone, and then you grab it, because then the buff extends itself, like it gains a stack, but then it goes back up to 10. And then the next one comes out, and then you grab that. Like, I could have delayed, like, the third one even more. But, because it's basically, like, I could get roughly, like, a 30-second buff that accumulates every, like, you know, get an extra stack each time. And it always goes in the same order. It always starts with this one up here, and then it goes to this one over here, and then it's this one. That's the order you want to collect them in, because that's where it shoots. So the easiest way is to just follow its aim and get it before it drops off. But usually... if it hits the ghost, it will have dropped off at that point. So you just wait a bit and then grab it, and then you extend the buff and it stacks up as well. So you get to keep it on for a really, really long time. The only one I find hard to get is the one where you get all the circles, and the only reason I think it's hard to get is because you have like everyone stood on top of each other, and then you're like, where the fuck is my ghost? But a good thing to note for that one is that if you don't find your ghost, you can actually just fuck off, go over like here or something, let the mechanic hit, and then go get your ghost. As long as your circle isn't the one that hits the ghost, like a friend's circle can hit the ghost, your ghost, it won't pop it. It's only your circle. So like if you're in a panic and you're like, oh god, I can't find it, move out, let it pop, and then you'll spot it while you stood there or something. Because it will usually spawn nearby, but there's a lot going on, so sometimes you just miss it. It doesn't despawn or anything. You just don't want to hit it with your circle. So that's a way to do that as well. Am I alone in hating Floodgate? I don't hate it. I think it's a good dungeon. I'm just not a fan of all these season 2 dungeons coming back. I don't mind the season 1 one so much because it's been a while, I guess, like Arakara and stuff. It's still pretty cringe that they brought back the dungeons that you've already done on like for like 6 months. But I don't mind like just the season 2 ones. It feels like you've done an entire season of these dungeons and now you've got to do them again. So that's the only reason I don't like them, because it's just the same shit. Like I don't mind the other dungeons because they're all fresh and new and stuff, but yeah, it just feels lazy to bring back dungeons that you literally just did. And it was done on a vote or something. I remember it was done on a vote. I'm pretty sure it came down to which dungeons had the best trinkets in them. Which dungeons had the best trinkets? which is fine. People can vote. But I think the vote was just really early. The vote was like literally like 2 or 3 weeks into season 2. So people did the vote like, and then you got these dungeons back. But I guess it would have been any dungeons from season 2 though, so I guess it wouldn't matter. I'd hate Cinderbrew if it came back. I'd hate. What else did we have? What was the mines? The mines of Moria? No. What were they called? Dark Flame Cleft. But Floodgate is an actual dungeon itself. I think it's kind of cool. I think, like, as dungeons go, it's cool that you can do whatever boss you want. Like, the 2 bosses, you can choose your order. There's a lot of different routes. Like, I remember Floodgate. Floodgate routing has changed so much since when it came out. So I think that's cool. I don't mind it as a dungeon overall. I think it's a very cool one. I just don't enjoy doing it 2 seasons in a row. This one's pretty popular, eh? It's got quite a bit of interest in it. I need to try to reset my stacks real quickly. I'm on 7 at the moment, so if I can pop it to 6, that'd be great. Can I show talent? Yeah, I can. Give me a sec. Let me just try to get this to 6. Oh, 6 is such an awkward one. Probably do 1 Rising Sun kick into it. Oh, 1 auto attack. Cape don't proc. Don't you fucking dare. Perfect. Can you stack Crackling Jade Lightning on Punching Bag before the start? No, you can't. You can't do a Crackling Jade Lightning like that. That does reset, and so do your Nether Prism stacks. On top of that, you can't send your Nether Prism before before they disappear. So they don't disappear the moment the dungeon starts. They disappear at like 2 seconds on the timer. So when it's like 2, like when it says 2, then they disappear. But if you pop it like even before that, your stacks just disappear. The ones that you've got the buff running, which is probably healthy. But I have tried it. I definitely have tried it. But now, if you could go into a dungeon with like a 20 stack Crackling Jade, oh my god, it'd be amazing. Talents, this is what I'm running. I'll probably take off Detox, actually. Although there have been a lot of lethargic spiders in this dungeon. We'll put White Tiger back on, even though it does absolutely nothing, but... yeah, what else am I going to take? Peace and Prosperity, maybe? Actually, probably a smart take, but... damage is damage. Alright. If I can survive the first pull, we're already doing well. It's always one of the toughest ones to survive. And we probably double Storm Earth and Fire it. Probably.
Five, four, three, two, one.
I just realised I had that boss timer still on the bottom right for that entire dungeon.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Spoiler alert, I was in an Echo Dome, not a Dimensius. We can try get some stacks here. That's good. 1, 2, then let energy regen. Get on the shredder. Hope the contractors don't end my career.
Orb.
Oh, it hurts so bad. I smell burnt toast. Either someone made toast, or I'm having a stroke. Oh, would you stop winding up? I guess it. You want to deal damage to me. It's cute. Stop it. Oh, fuck. Ah, I shouldn't have used Fist of Fury, though. Bro, how are these guys still alive? No, Spain Beam. Send the lightning before I die. Oh, I didn't die. Chat, why is my mage doing negative damage? Tell me they died. Tell me they died.
Orb.
I think they did.
Orb.
Yeah. Oh shit, where's bro going? Oh shit, where is bro going? We hold here. That's gonna hurt.
Orb.
Nerf Frost DK? Hello? Why is this guy out DPSing me? That's not allowed. We'll get him. We'll get him in the second half, don't worry.
Orb.
I actually like this pull this guy's done. Because I kind of hate it when these guys get pulled into the Architect. I actually think it's, like, horrendous. Oh my god! Ripped it! I've never... Uh-oh. I dropped my stats because I was too busy looking at what the surveyor was doing.
Orb.
Let's knock him this way, I think. Oh, fuck me. Well, this is just chaos. This is just pure chaos. Please, not during fists. Fuck it, hit me with wind up, I don't care. I'll take it.
Orb.
Alright, now we have a ton of stacks for this next pull. That's good.
Orb.
Sure they were pulling up, right? Yep. Let's try and get this guy off the scaffolding first and then send. Don't you fucking dare.
Orb. Orb.
Alright, that was a really clean pull. I got a little concerned when all the bombs spawned at that one point, but I just ring a piece them out and we were good. Just make sure you don't run near a bomb. Oh no, we're pulling this and he died. That's not good. Get the scaffolding down now. I'm just gonna have to send. Or a DPS dead. It's not ideal. Ah, I should have known I wasn't gonna get that. Honestly, that was kind of a cringe send of cooldowns. But I will have my cooldowns up for the next perk. It's not like awful, but I didn't make the most out of that Storm Earth and Fire window, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I kind of played it really badly. Which happens, it's like, sometimes it's down to like just me misplaying, but a lot of the times it can come down to like needing to interrupt and stuff like that. Alright. Please don't one-shot me. Ow!
Orb.
I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark. Uh-oh. Ow! Uh-oh.
Orb.
Well, it's a very greedy lightning, but I felt like I had to do it. I think I was just lucky that Fort came off a cooldown there. No cooldowns initially on the pull. Ooh, that's kind of bad actually. What does this mean? It means I'm going to send a Storm Earth and Fire out here and have it for the next one.
Orb. Orb.
And just delay the cooldowns. Holy shit, orbs?
Orb.
Orb, 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 orb.
Orb.
We like that, by the way. When it says orb, we're happy with this because it means that I get my crit buff.
Orb.
Oh, this is the perfect position actually. Oh fuck. Needs to be quick here. I only have like 25 seconds. Oh, they're close together. Cheeky lightning. 16 seconds. Oh, we timed this a little bit poorly. It should still work though. No, she jumped away as I popped. Where the bomb's at? Don't care, not my problem. Let them get close together and then send lightning.
Orb.
Where's me orb? There's me orb. Brunt's a little bit higher. Gosh, I don't remember bosses on 15s having, like, so much health. Oh, that's good. Please. Oh, you can hit, like, 4 of them at once. It's actually going to be beautiful. Ah, you could have hit 4. Come on. Until you don't bowl.
Orb.
Alright, fully focused Brunt here. I think I'm just going to Storm Earth and Fire this. But I am saving the Zoon for the next pack. We'll just nuke Brunt down.
Orb.
You can hit 3 there, I think. Is this a chase Brunt angle? Kind of.
Orb.
That guy's on a lot of health still. I'm sure he won't one-shot my tank. He's a warrior. He'll just take it. Go on. Go on, take it. Yeah, it didn't even hurt him. Alright, cool. Oh, I'm not doing the flare gun. Fuck that. Do you struggle to find M+ groups because Monk ain't meta? Sometimes, but my usual mantra is just run my own key. If I run my own key, I always get accepted because I can't decline myself.
Orb. Orb. Orb.
Trick shot. Surprise inspection.
Orb.
Trick shot. Surprise inspection.
Bro, this DK actually thinks he's him.
Trick shot.
He's trying so hard.
Orb.
I'm just messing around. I love that someone else was doing really high damage. So it just means that we actually kill stuff. Which is always like my biggest worry in dungeons. Is like, it's fun to be top DPS. But that just means my worry is now, are we actually going to kill stuff, right? So if someone else is like doing super good damage as well, then it's like, ah, nice. I'm going to get carried. Alright. We don't have... Hello? This is gonna sound crazy. It is a little crazy. But I'm actually gonna hold Zoo in here for a while.
Orb.
Not for like a stupidly long time. But I'm gonna save him for the next ad set.
Maximum distortion. Demon storm.
Orb.
Demon storm. Sonic boom. Maximum distortion.
The real question is, do I save lightning for the next ad set? And I think yes. I think these ads are just done.
Maximum distortion.
The way I see it, right? The faster we down the ad sets, yeah, the faster we get into this phase where people can pump. I ain't doing no pumping here.
Orb. Orb. Orb.
Oh. Right, I'm probably going to do some illegal damage here. So, let's wait for everything to stack up.
Orb.
Why's my damage not turned illegal yet? Oh, I see.
Orb.
That's not good. Nothing's fucking dead. I'll try CC the soldiers here for a sec to try to give my tank a little bit of rest on them. Can't CC the boss ads, but you can CC the trash that you pulled on top.
Orb.
Lightning will go big here. Let me get one flurry strike out. Get that interrupt. And then lightning. A little bit concerned that I don't have any defenses for this. In fact, I'm insanely concerned. In fact, I'm just going to Soothing Mist and heal. This damage is nuts. Okay, I should be fine now. Yeah, I was not a fan of that at all.
Orb.
A lot of trash still up. Why won't anything die?
Maximum distortion.
Holy shit, this boss doesn't die. I want to wipe the dungeon. I feel like maybe I do have to send Zuin out the moment he comes up. Well, the moment I get Storm Earth and Fire.
Maximum distortion.
Maybe it'll be okay. Maybe I'm just worrying too much.
Demon storm.
I've had some horrible wipes on this boss. I think it's fine. I think it's actually fine. And then I'll have stuff up for the yeah, we're fine. And then I'll have cooldowns up for the next trash pack, which is probably more important because the next trash pack is actually hard. Fuse is falling off, so let's heal ourselves there, and then just heal ourselves again. And we're good. Nice. So it's a big one, we've got 14 stacks, Zuin, 20 stack lightning. I should just annihilate these things. Should have taken Org instead of Mage. The Mage came with the Death Knight. They came as a package deal. You say that deal? I took that deal. Holy shit, he's spell reflecting. Do you think I should interrupt?
RPG. Warp blood. Trick shot.
I have no defenses for this. God rest my soul. I'm in coolies. Don't let me die. You let me die. I will not be happy.
Orb.
Alright, now we're defensive. Well, I hear a noise that sounded like something was targeting me. Well, that's never fucking good.
Orb.
Right.
Orb.
So we have 20 stack lightning here for the next pack, which is arguably, I think, probably one of the harder pack in the dungeons, especially if you don't have cooldowns for it. When you put all these things together, no CC, it's genuinely terrifying. So you are not spawning the boss? Huh? Fucking crazy.
Jettison cap.
Oh my god. I fucking hate this ball. Nothing's dying. I'm fucking dead. Believe me if I said I didn't actually mean to bring a piece there. I've got no defensives. Oh, I've got defensives. I'm fine. I ain't scared of Jack and Kelp anymore. I got defensives. Oh, I've got no health. I'm dead. Yeah, so that's what I mean, right? Everybody pops their cooldowns on the pack upstairs. So no one had cooldowns for this. Like, all I sent was a Storm Earth and Fire, right? And that's why I think this pack is often very deceptively hard, because you need so much damage to just nuke it down. But nobody's got damage, because they've already just all popped their shit, right?
Orb.
It's like me doing 10 million damage when me and the DK do 20 million on that last pack, right? Like, this not high. We're basically hitting this for nothing. Peanuts. And, like, you get one Jettison Kelp that kills one player, and that's why you just wipe there all the time. But we got through it. Good healing. Very good CC. A lot of good CC chain from people. And now we have everything for this. So, yeah. Fuck him up.
Orb.
Awaken the swarm.
We'll send out the next Storm Earth and Fire when I'm nearer 20 stacks.
Blood slide.
There's no point sending it out now. I don't feel too confident in my health right now, so I'm going to fortify this one.
Orb.
Fortify with AMZ. Okay, mage died.
Orb.
Probably need to start vivifying a bit more.
Awaken the swarm.
Alright, that wasn't too bad. And now we'll have diffuse magic for the next one, which is like my biggest defensive. Well, my best one for this mechanic.
Orb.
Ow.
Awaken the swarm.
Oh, just in the nick of time.
Orb.
Oh, kind of a good spawn. Mage dead again.
Razor choke high.
Yeah, I'd be question marking too. Fortifying Ru up next.
Orb.
Fucking 40-minute swamp face. Can't really storm earth and fire again during this.
Orb.
Just because it doesn't... I'm not really getting much value out of it. Just how much haste I'm running. Just basically my energy regen and stuff. I'm not getting... keeping up stacks. Oh, I'm fucking terrified.
Orb.
Alright, this is just a heal through it sort of angle. Oh my god. That was terrifying. Oh my god. Oh, Vivify, I love you. One of the other perks of Shadowpan is that you get a stronger Vivify, so that's always nice. Don't pull Pig. You're the tank. Oh, right. Don't pull the big guy. Right, I get it. I thought it was like just telling us not to pull big. I'm like, bro, buddy, you're the tank. You decide what we pull.
Orb.
I ain't got no say in it.
Surprise inspection. Surprise inspection. I cannot stand for it. Surprise inspection.
Orb. Orb.
Alright, I'm gonna... I don't really have anything for the next pack, so I'm gonna need someone else to pick up the slack there. Hopefully the DK has something up his sleeve. Like, I'll have
Orb.
coolies in about 30 seconds, but 30 seconds is a while. Double blackout kick. Kinda cringe. I mean, I might... I'll have some stuff midway through. Do we have enough percent? Shit, I don't know. I'm not counting. Okay, I will have stuff.
Orb.
Surprise inspection. Surprise inspection. Surprise inspection.
I know it's low-key cringe to not try the, like, hit the big guy in that phase, but I think... I always find that just electricians get out of control, and it's just safer, I think, to get them down. Like, even if it means a bit less damage on the big guy for a little bit. So if they get too many casts out, people just die. So, I'm not just prioring it because I'm
Orb.
stupid. It's because I genuinely have just died, had so many wipes there. Oh, fuck, so many improvised inspections. Alright. What defenses do I have for this? Check stockpile? Diffuse magic.
Orb.
I'm fucking dead. And they're still inspecting. I might have to defuse the next one. Oh god, this is gonna hurt. Oh wait, no it's not. I still have diffuse running. The next one, that's gonna hurt. Yeah, that hurt a bit.
Orb.
Yeah. Sir, where are you taking these? Oh my god, stairs!
Orb.
Alright, so the good news is we survived the jump starters. Bad news is I have no defenses for this. Which is really, really fucking bad. Like, genuinely horrendous. Oh, good, he needs mana. That should be enough for me to get Diffuse Magic for if I get the first Thunder Punch for the melee, for the, you know, the DPS players, healers, whatever. Like, I'm not too bothered about having... Okay, we're gone. Like, I'm not too worried about having defensive here. I trust the healer for this first one. But not having a defensive for that mechanic is... I'm asking for it. You know how I said I trust the healer? I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark. I kind of wish I had a defensive there. But I'm alive. He did his job. He did it. This is what I mean. I want Diffuse Magic if I get this. Which I did get. So we wait for it to go on him. And then instantly press it the very wrong second. I pressed that 0.1 seconds faster. I would have negated the hit and the entire dot. Pressed it a split second too late. I negated the entire dot. But... I did get hit by the initial hit. I'm going to have to go over here. And I can't. Okay, I'm going to have to do this. Kind of cringe. I had to do that. I couldn't walk in the water.
Orb.
Because I was electrified. So I had to find a way to get over. And they'd already taken up all of these over here. If I find out that any range players took one of those, oh my god, we're going to have words. Alright, we have an aim Z, so I'm probably just going to pop a armor here.
Orb.
Ooh, orbs! We like orbs. Yeah, we lost a lot of damage on this boss from that downtime, but it's fine. We have Fort Brew if we get this out. I can pop that at any point. Yeah, I'm just going to stand over here. Pop that at any point, because it lasts for ages.
Orb.
And we do have cooldowns here, but we're going to get one more set of cooldowns for the rest of this fight. So I might as well deal with my Leaping Spark. Let him get into a nice spot, and then, you know, just
Orb.
then just send. So I don't want to steal my tanks one over here, so I'm just going to go over here. Come here. And now we fully send.
Orb.
Offensive. Don't have to tell me twice.
Orb.
I would love to lightning here, but obviously it's a bit of a stressful period right now. I'm going to have no defenses if I'm hit by this mechanic, so I'm just going to ask the game real nicely to not focus me with that, and it probably won't. Yep, see, if you ask the game nice enough, it doesn't focus you. It understands that you don't have a defense for that moment in time, so it hits your other two players instead. So that's kind of cool. And then one more spark, we just play this. We play this so safe. There's no point being greedy with these.
Orb.
So I'm just going to go over here. Fuck it, I'm going to jump in the water. I don't give a fuck. Which I could do because I had not been electrified. And we're going to pop both defensives for this. Because, shit, we ain't getting any more mechanics than that. Play that for free. Uh-oh, we're getting one more mechanic. Kill it, please. I've got nothing. And that's how you do 10 million damage in a floodgate. Pretty cool, right? No, that was a really good dungeon. Very tight timer, but we got that 15 down. DK, woo, DK was doing some crazy damage. But he just couldn't beat Flurry Strikes. Tried. He tried. Why did I spec out a Strike of the Windlord and Slicing Winds? I didn't spec out of it. I more specced into it for that one video. And I've played it a little bit here and there. I feel like this one's more consistent, the one that doesn't run Strike of the Windlord and Slicing Winds with Shadowpan. I feel like that other one requires, like, there's a lot of holding and stuff. I'd argue it's even harder to play, because there's a lot of, like, I feel like there's a whole lot of holding of abilities to make sure you're getting the most out of Gale Force and stuff like that. And when I'm trying to do a key like this, my goal isn't to pad damage. My goal is to do mechanics and stuff, if that makes sense. Like, obviously you need to do damage, right? But I feel like this lets me do consistent damage whilst looking at other things like interrupt, CC, shit like that. Whereas if I'm constantly focusing on, like, burst windows, how am I going to get the maximized damage from the Strike of the Windlord, Slicing Winds, 20 stack Crackling Jade Lightning, Flurry Strikes on top of that window? I think I'll just play worse, and I won't track things like interrupts. And when I'm doing something like a 15 or whatever, like one cast on someone doesn't quite one-shot them, but they get hit by something else, they're just dead, and your key's over. So I just think this one's more consistent, allows me to track other things instead. I think probably the Strike of the Windlord, Slicing Winds build probably has a higher... I'm not 100% sure, but I think it probably does have a higher ceiling on what you can actually get out of it. But you would need you'd need, like, the pulls to be perfect, right? You'd need, like, perfect pulls, massive pulls that line up really nicely with Slicing Winds and Strike of the Windlord, as well as your cooldowns lining up nicely for everything. Like, the idea is, like, so I feel like you have to hold a lot for it. If you're able to do it without holding a lot, like, you hit your 20 stack Lightning, and you Strike the Windlord and Slicing Winds are off, and you just pull 10 pack mob and Zoo in a Storm with Fire, perfect. But if you're, like, finishing off an ad set, it's going to take another 20 seconds, you're holding your Lightning, you yada yada yada. Whereas I think this one, it's just more consistent, I guess, is the short answer. How come you're running Zuin's Bond in DHC? Good question. So, 1 minute 30, Shadowpan is, I think it's better for dungeons. 2 minutes is still good, and I'd play 2 minutes with that Strike of the Windlord build. But the reason 130 is so good is it gives you the flexibility. So what happens a lot is you might see, or might hear me say a lot of the time, Zuin's up, oh, I'm just going to hold that for this. Zuin's up, oh, I'm just going to hold it and gain my stacks up here for my big combo. And this happens a lot of the time. And it might be like, why not just go 2 minutes? Well, the thing is, 130 allows me to send it at 130 if I need to, or we just pull a pack and it's up. But it also gives me the flexibility to hold it, and it predominantly comes from the fact you have Nether Prism. So, like, you can do it with other trinkets as well, but the real positive about Nether Prism is that it stacks up to 18 times. So even if you don't send it with that 130, right, like you're holding your 130s just, you know, because you want to get set up for a bigger pull or something, this is gaining power. So, like, generally, if you send, like, every 1 minute 30 with Shadowpan or whatever, I think you get to around 8, 9 stacks or something like this. Let's say you hold for that extra 30 seconds, then you're going into the next pack with, 11 or 12. And it's not always intentional. I basically decide on the fly. I'd have thought, like, the moment this comes off a cooldown, I'll decide, am I sending this now? Am I saving it for, like, the pack that's coming up in 20 seconds, stuff like that. But the Nether Prism just means that it doesn't punish you for it, right? It doesn't feel bad. So I remember in Season 2 a lot of the time I felt bad if I had to hold my cooldowns, right? Because you were playing 1 minute 30 spec. Oh, I'm going to have to hold for 20 seconds. Well, that's like, again, that's already like a fifth of my cooldowns. Why am I holding for this shit? But now it's just like, it's fine. I'm getting stacks. I'm going to do even harder on the next pull because of this. So it just gives you the flexibility of being able to send at 130 if you want to, or it lines up nicely and not. And then Drinking Horn Cover is a good one. So the main benefit of Drinking Horn Cover is that naturally we already have cooldown reduction on Storm, Earth, and Fire, right? So with Shadowpan. So you're already natty getting cooldown reduction, and it roughly comes out to Storm, Earth, and Fire being about a 1 minute cooldown. Let's say you're in constant combat, it's about a 1 minute cooldown, whereas Storm, Earth, and Fire is natty about 130. It can be like 110ish, maybe 1 to 110ish, I think is roughly it, if you're like constant combat. So basically you're playing on a 1 minute Storm, Earth, and Fire, right? Every single time, regardless of taking Spiritual Focus, right? But the biggest benefit of Drinking Horn Cover is when it comes to sending out Zuin and sending out Storm, Earth, and Fire, right? So Storm, Earth, and Fire now is your big burst window, and that's when you get your Flurry Strikes, and you want it for the entirety of Zuin. Well, that's what Drinking Horn Cover allows you to do. It's just a nasty Storm, Earth, and Fire, 15 seconds. Zuin, 20-second cooldown, right? So that means if you took Spiritual Focus, you're losing 5 seconds of your Zuin. Like, because you'll only get 15 seconds of Storm, Earth, and Fire. You take Drinking Horn cover, it can go anyway. It can go up to 25 seconds worth of Storm, Earth, and Fire. And that means that you're not forced to have to send out 2 Storm, Earth, and Fires during a Zuin to get full value from that Zuin. Instead, you can just take the Drinking Horn cover talent, get constant uptime of Storm, Earth, and Fire during that Zuin. And then outside of Zuin as well, you know, every Storm, Earth, and Fire is 25 seconds. So it kind of like plays out like that. If that kind of makes sense. So you just get the longer uptime of it during when you want it, right? Which is going to be during your big cooldown. Rather than having up more. Because in Season 2, I preferred having up more. It made more sense. Now it makes sense to have it extended. Because energy regen's still an issue, right? So having more Storm, Earth, and Fire is kind of cool. But at the same time, you don't always have the energy regen to maintain it. You can find, like, that's easy to see when you try to send out a double Storm, Earth, and Fire outside of Lust. You do not have the resources to maintain this uptime. It's just not possible. Like, I don't even know how much haste you'd need. 50%, something stupid like that. Whatever Lust is, right? Whatever Lust puts me up to. So like about 50% would allow that maintain. But a 25-second period of time, you can maintain that with the Invoker's Delight buff from Zuin, right? So during Zuin, you'll drop off your 20 stacks a lot less than outside. When you're outside of Zuin and you send out Storm, Earth, and Fire, you are higher likely to, because you just don't have that extra energy regen. It is a bit tougher to do unless you have like a really good setup for it. So yeah, that's kind of the idea around taking those like that. Is Conduit good? I don't think Conduit's bad, but I think Shadowpan's... See, the thing is, everyone's rated Windwalker fucking Dobby tier, right, in M+. I remember Windwalker getting rated like F tier, double F tier, dog shit spec for M+. I don't know. I think it's not bad. And like, okay, yes, I'm over geared and fucking whatever. Sure. Good argument. It is a fair argument to put. Like, I have a lot of gear, and good gear at that. But it's still very consistent in its damage. I think the biggest issue of Conduit at the moment, if we're talking just M+, right, is that Shadowpan does the same burst as it, right? Like, if we're talking like, you pull a big pack, Shadowpan does more burst than Conduit does, and potentially even more, just because Flurry Strikes is uncapped AoE. You're just shooting this shit out. It absolutely carries. The issue with Conduit is that outside of your 1 minute 30 Conduit window, you don't do that much damage. Like, even with Strike of the Windlord slicing winds on like a trash pack and stuff like that, your damage is really mid. And then you go back to your 130s and it's really good again. Whereas Shadowpan, I feel, got the good burst treatment now because of how Storm, Earth, and Fire works. But then even outside of your Zuin window, you still fucking slap trash packs. And you get Storm, Earth, and Fire up a lot more frequently, right? Like, it's one minute on Storm, Earth, and Fire window compared to 1 minute 30. So you're getting more of these out throughout a dungeon. Essentially, you never pull a pack without Storm, Earth, and Fire, which means you're never pulling a pack without sending out Shadow Flurry Strikes, which means you're never pulling a pack without your Flurry Strikes, you know, fucking carrying your damage. So it feels bursty and super consistent, if that makes sense. Whereas I feel like Conduit just struggles with the consistency of it. And Conduit was always better on the boss damage in M+. Like that, I always kept saying, you know, Conduit's like really good at higher keys, people playing it in higher keys because it just is really good at the boss damage. That's what like really helps you push through. Well, Shadowpan's pretty good at the boss damage now as well. So it feels more and more like it's just a one hero talent. Like, you know, like, I'm not saying you can't play Conduit in keys, and I still play Conduit in keys, but I think Shadowpan's just got a higher ceiling for what it can do. No slicing wins this run? No, not for this dungeon. I just went with old Crackle and Jade Lightning and a bit more focus on Blackout Kick instead. Do I track FL? Ooh, what's FL? I can't, off the top of my head, work out what that stands for. Dayline Flurry. Oh, track Flurry Strikes? Yes. I wouldn't say it's necessary that you have to track the Wisdom of the Wall buff so much, because at this point in time, this is more just like a... a thing from season 1, right, and season 2 where we did just track this because it was important. But nowadays you always get like you're always cycling these buffs that it's more just a check if you're in shadow sort of thing. But like if you're not in shadow, you'll be in shadow within the next 10 seconds sort of thing. Flurry strike tracking is really important. Not so much the flurry charges you have, because it's usually always going to be 10 because of just how much generation you get because of our gear and because of the tier set, but how much flurry, how much energy you spent, should I say, is really vital to track, because it lets you know when you're going to expend next, how much you still need to expend flurry strike, stuff like that. It's like knowing that I'm 1 Tiger Palm or 2 Tiger Palms off expending a flurry strike during a burst window is really important, right? Because if I know I'm 2, I know that I need to not be casting Fist of Fury and I need to be getting a Tiger Palm into something really quick into a Tiger Palm. If I know it's just 1 left and I've got a few seconds left on my buff, I'm like, okay, I can chill a little bit. I don't have to send out the Tiger Palm just yet. I can let energy regen a little bit more and then send it out the last second, and that allows me to keep the cycle going. So to answer your question, yeah, it is pretty important to have the flurry tracker itself. Just knowing how much energy you left to expend is pretty important. Basically, this is how much you've expended, and you're basically, when it gets to 240 outside of Storm, Earth, and Fire, then you send out flurry strikes. When it gets to 120 during Storm, Earth, and Fire, you send out flurry strikes. And just knowing how far off you are at that target, but also prep as well, right? Let's say you're not in cooldowns and you're about to go into cooldowns or whatever. Knowing how much you're on to start off with lets you know how much you're going to need initially for your first burst window and stuff like that. So I would say yes, 100% you do want the flurry strike. You want a tracker of some sort to know what you're on. I mean, Blizzard technically have one. It's up here in the top right corner of my screen. It's really useful. Thank you, Blizzard. Did they actually ever add it to the you know how they added that thing? That thing. They added their own bars, didn't they? Where is it? Cooldown manager. Is that even on here? Maybe it's on there, but it is technically they do technically count it in your UI. It's in the top right corner. It's really useful. But I'd recommend this one that I use. It's you can literally just type in flurry strike tracker, weak aura, and it will come up. And it's by Siyoko. I always say that so bad. Siyoko? Nailed it. Is it necessary to track shadow procs and whatnot? Yeah, it is necessary. Well, I mean, I suppose I talked about that in Wisdom of the Wall. It's not necessary to track shadow procs, but it is nice to know when you're inside of one. Because nowadays you're going to get these buffs so often because you cycle through them so quickly. Like, you can cycle through all 4 buffs in your burst window within a period of 20 seconds, right? So you're guaranteed to get it. So it's not like crucial to track just that specifically, the shadow one, but it's always nice to know. Like, trust me, I don't track the mastery, the dodge, the crit, or anything like that. I'm just looking at shadow, and I barely look at it because in my mind I'm pretty much always in shadow. Because back in season 1 and 2, it did actually matter when you were in shadow because it was still 240 energy, and like you were trying to get as much value as possible from it. But now you're just always in it. That it's not necessary, but it's just a nice thing to have. Parade are using Shadowpan? Parade? I mean, if we go through the bosses, I can tell you what I think is best for each one. Doesn't mean you should play it, but just if my personal preference, what I would play on each boss. Plexus Sentinel, Conduit. I think it's a better Conduit fight. 130 timers just line up really nicely for it. Shadowpan's still good in this fight. Lumathar. It is a Shadowpan fight, and all it comes down to are the piercing strands. The fact that you are spawning 2 extra adds every so often during this fight means that Crackling Jade Lightning has the advantage, and when Crackling Jade Lightning has the advantage, you've got to play Shadowpan. The benefit to this is you essentially hold Crackling Jade Lightning on the first one, send it out on the second one, and then you send out Lightning on every single strand afterwards, and just the Crackling Jade Lightning alone pushes Shadowpan ahead on Lumathar, so it is the way forward. Interesting tip, if you care, is that you don't have to target the 2 strands when they spawn, as long as they are just targeted, like they are targetable. Your tank is like debuff them or whatever, and you Crackling Jade Lightning Lumathar itself, it will bounce onto the strands from wherever you're positioned in the room. So that's kind of cool. And that's why Shadowpan's so good there. Soulbinder is the quintessential Shadowpan fight. I mean, it's just crazy. It's so good for this fight. Constant ad spawns that you get to Crackling Jade Lightning at almost 20 stacks every single time. 2 minutes the ads spawn. 2-minute Shadowpan's pretty decent. Pop all your cooldowns. Crackling Jade Lightning, Crackling Jade Lightning, Crackling Jade Lightning. Oh, what's that? 4-minute 30 ads spawn again. You know, just send it all out. Flurry Strikes go really hard on this boss. And then so does Crackling Jade Lightning. Don't play Conduit on Soulbinder. You are trolling. You're just trolling yourself. Forge Reaver or Raz is a Shadowpan fight. I actually think Conduit probably has legs here. But I think it's the fact that just this triple ad set spawns at 2 minutes is so good for Shadowpan that you get so much Flurry Strike value here. Also, Crackling Jade Lightning, really good in this fight. You know, you send it out on the first ad set, and then you pretty much send it out on every single ad set after that, because it gets to 20 stacks at some point during a big ad set with 5 targets. There is a new push strat with this, but essentially the fight's a lot shorter. You get full value from this part, you get a good value from the middle ad set, and then you get good value at the end. So it is a Shadowpan fight. Soul Hunters, Shadowpan fight as well. Surprise, surprise, surprise. 3 targets. 3 targets. Conduit's not bad, but once again, Crackling Jade Lightning's just really good here, and then Flurry Strikes can be decent as well. 2-minute fight, I'll be honest with you. So you essentially shoot everything out on pull, and then you pop your cooldowns after every intermission. This is the important part, because even though 2 minutes comes up here, you hold it, and then you send. The reason for this is that once the intermission finishes, all the ads group back, well, bosses I suppose, they group up in a trio, they don't really cast much, so you send out everything here, and then essentially you're just always sending out Zuin, Storm, Earth, and Fire, followed by another Storm, Earth, and Fire, because this is going to be your big damage window, right? And then you do the same over here, Zuin, Storm, Earth, and Fire, Storm, Earth, and Fire, Zuin, Storm, Earth, and Fire, and Storm, Earth, and Fire here again. Good Shadowpan fight. Fractilis, I prefer Conduit. I think Conduit is really suited for this one. Because it is in theory a 5-minute fight. The boss finishes at 5 minutes-ish. Like you're pretty much dead at this point, or the boss is dead. What's good about a 5-minute fight? Well, you get your final cooldowns out of 4:30, which is just before the boss dies. You play Conduit, Shadowpan even, 2 minutes, which is usually better for a raid fight like this. You'd only get 3 set of cooldowns. With Conduit, you get 4. Plus, it's like a patchwork sort of boss, which means you just get really good uptime and you're not really missing anything. Like with a lot of movement bosses, you can run into issues with like, when do I cast Strike of the Windlord, and slicing winds and things can get messy. It's not a very messy fight at all. So I just think Conduit's better for Fractilis. Nexus King. Fuck, this boss is horrible. I played 2 minutes Conduit on this fight. Don't do it. don't do it. I think 1 minute 30 Conduit's really good here, but the 1 minute 30 overlap is the most fucking disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life when raiding on a boss. Like, it seems simple. Just press Conduit and Storm, Earth, and Fire and whatever at 130. It is so much harder to do than you think. You've got, oh my god, I don't even want to get into it, but this subjugation rule just fucking nukes you into oblivion, and it's just so awkward to do. But if you can get that off perfectly, 1 minute 30 is great for this fight. I also think 1 minute 30 Shadowpan's really good. Same thing, right? 1 minute 30 here, so it's a really awkward overlap. But if you can get past this, you get to pad on the ads during the intermission as Shadowpan. Yay! And Dimensius, we're not going to talk about that guy. We're not going to talk about that guy just yet. So does this mean you're getting Mastery and Dodge next? Yeah, exactly, Gander. Yeah. So how it works, like the good thing about this Weak is it will show you the buffs that you can only get next, if that makes sense. So once you've got one and it's run its course, it will disappear. So once I've finished with Dodge and Mastery, the other two will appear up here as well. Because you could technically, theoretically, I could get Mastery next, then Dodge, and then I could get Dodge again, if that makes sense. Because the deck shuffles itself, but the ordering is always random. So you could have Dodge at the end of the first deck, and then Dodge at the start of the next deck. And then the thing underneath it This number is more important than anything, I think, than even looking at the deck. This is just when am I going to expend my next flurry strikes? Like which flurry strike actually activates this buff? And ideally, you want this on 1. 1 is perfect because it means the next time I shoot out flurry strikes, my first flurry strike that hits the target will activate dodge, for instance. It starts off at 10 naturally, which means my 10th flurry strike would activate dodge. So you see the big difference there is, would you want your first flurry strike to activate the buff or your 10th one? Well, obviously your first one. And this is big when it comes to shadow, right? Because if you activate shadow and it activates on your first one, all 9 other shadows all of the 9 flurry strikes after that shoot shadow. Whereas if it hits on your tank, well, none of those ones in that cycle hit shadow. So it's why like you'll see people set up on a dummy before a dungeon or set up for a raid. Is there a video explanation somewhere on what exactly I'm doing during Shadow Wisdom of the Wall? That seems to be the big damaging keys. I think I go through it in my guide. Maybe not. Maybe I just talk about rotation and shit. Sounds like me. Essentially, like to break it down, like to make it like really simple. All you're trying to do during your burst windows is tiger palming in between every ability. Is like the real simplistic version of it. Like you can get multiple abilities in between tiger palms, but if you want to just put it down to like straight brass, like real simple, if you want to be guaranteeing you're getting as many fly strikes out as possible, simply just follow the rule of if I'm in a Storm with Fire window, tiger palm another ability, tiger palm another ability. A good one to do that I like to do is I like spinning crane kick, because now we can cast during spinning crane kick, right? If it's any of these abilities. So I like to sometimes, like when I'm talking about double ability, is if I know if I Tiger Palm Rising Sun Kick, I won't have enough energy to Tiger Palm just yet. I like to Tiger Palm Rising Sun Kick, Spinning Crane Kick, and then Tiger Palm during that cast, because it allows you, that's like the 1 get out of jail 3 card to get Tiger Palm during a cast. I think the biggest thing that people mess up with is they cast Fist of Furies during their Flurry Strikes at the wrong time, or their buff at the wrong time. And trust me, I do this as well. Like, just in this dungeon that I've just done, I literally said it at the time. I was like, I should not have Fist of Fury there. And it all comes down to how long have I got left on this timer of my buff. And if you Fist of Fury at the wrong time, because I've got all these macros that don't allow me to cast during Fist of Fury, it's just fucking over. I can't Tiger Palm. And I wouldn't want to clip it anyway, right? Because you shouldn't clip a Fist of Fury to get out the thing. Technically, you would probably get more damage, but it's just bad habit to do. It's better to just not have pressed that Fist of Fury. I think the best time to Fist of Fury is right, like, the moment you send out a Flurry Strike in whatever time during the Storm Myth and Fire, that's the best time to Fist of Fury. Because then it gives you that window, like, you know, okay, because, put it this way, you have 5 seconds from the moment the last Flurry Strike hits, because every time one of your 10 Flurry Strikes hits or whatever, the 5 seconds resets. So if you send out a Flurry Strikes, then instantly Fist of Fury, by the time you finish Fist of Fury, that 5-second timer has only just really started. So then that gives you time to, you know, Tiger Palm, Rising Sun Kick, Tiger Palm, or then Tiger Palm, Whirling Dragon Punch, Rising Sun Kick. But the big issue is if you Fist of Fury and this has got 3 seconds on it, it's over. You're not getting a Tiger Palm out. Even if it's got like 4 seconds, it's super tight, right? Because it really depends, like how it really depends if you're fast enough to get the Tiger Palm and stuff like that. So I think Fist of Fury catches people out a lot of the time. It's not like you don't want to send out Fist of Fury during the damage, because you're amping that Fist of Fury damage. It's the timing of it is really important. So generally, yeah, like during so like a good opener. A good opener has it like essentially like quite early on, so that's on cooldown for a good portion of your burst window. So like you essentially get your 20 stacks, Fist of Fury as that stack's ticking 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, and then it starts counting down, but you're Fist of Fury during that. And then by the time Fist of Fury is back off of cooldown, more or less, you've almost finished with your Storm Earth and Fire. So you send out your Fist of Fury at the end, and then it doesn't matter that you're not getting a Tiger Palming, because you're about to drop off your Storm Earth and Fire anyway, and you would never fit it in. can you just not Fist of Fury when you're close to 0 energy during your cooldowns? Can't waste TPs there. Yeah, you can do that as well. I mean, it's kind of the same thing, right? Because the thing with Fist of Fury is when you're casting Fist of Fury, your energy regens at a set amount. Don't ask me what that set amount is. It's just something I know for some reason. Like, it's a fixed amount of energy that you'll regain during a Fist of Fury. I wish I knew the number, but there's, I don't know. I don't know how I picked that fact up. I just have it in my head. It's just prepping it, right? So I guess if you're at 0 energy and then you're Fist of Furying at 0 energy, probably assumes that you probably haven't got stacks in the bag and stuff like that. And then if you do and you're at 0 energy and then you Fist of Fury, because what the mistake I made earlier in the dungeon is I did exactly that, right? I was probably at 60 or whatever, like 64, 65, whatever from numbers. I Tiger Palm to get to that number, was probably sat on not enough energy, Fist of Fury because I was like, well, I can't fucking Tiger Palm, can I? But then the time was ticking, and at that point I was like, well, it doesn't fucking matter. Like, 'cause the moment I get the energy back to do it, it's too late at that point. So it's a little bit of both. It's a little bit of both. It's not the end of the world if your 20 stacks drop though. Like, it's not like an Alt F4 thing. It sucks a little bit, but it's not a you're gonna do 0 damage now sort of thing. You just do more damage if you are able to maintain the stacks. I get the shit off my screen. Just make sure you spend as much energy as possible with Tiger Palm while keeping up mastery. Kind of, yeah. I mean, mastery is like a background thing, but yeah, no, that's 100% true. You need to keep up mastery, of course. Never. So what people will do as well, and I know people do this, is that they'll see themselves on 60, they'll realize that they're not going to make it, and they'll double Tiger Palm to guarantee that they can get it. It's just not worth breaking mastery to do it. Because mastery is providing you so much damage, like 73% damage. So then, because you've broken mastery, you've lost all your hit combos. So we always run hit combo. You'll have given up all your hit combos, which means you're just doing less damage as a result of it. It's never worth double Tiger Palming it, to guarantee that you could like get over the threshold in time. That is a mistake. So yeah, keep up mastery. But I'm more talking about like AAO, which is, you know, when my icon turns into a fist here, and then it starts counting down 2, 1, but then it goes up to 5, and when it's blue here, this is essentially when I'm trying to make sure that I always keep it in this blue zone. So that means it resets and stays at 20 stacks. And then it dropped off there. It's fine to let it drop off just as it's about, like, Storm Earth and Fire's finishing and stuff. Like, that's probably the best time to let it drop off. But the goal is to try and keep this in your 20 stacks, because when I refer to 20 stacks, I'm talking about 20% agility. So it's not like 20, it's not just 20 stacks of nothing. We're talking about 20% extra agility because you're doing it correctly. 20% agility is a lot when we're sat at about, let's round it up to 100k, right? Because I can't math good. It essentially is giving you about like 18,000 extra agility just during your burst windows, which is a crazy amount of agility, right? Pair that on top of a nether prism, well, suddenly I'm on 151,000 agility. Now, if I keep AO up, look at my agility in the top left. I'm at 182,000 agility right now. I let it drop off. 151. I've just lost 30,000 agility during my burst. It's a big number, right? Like, it's about like a third of my base agility that you lose as a result of it. So it is important to keep it up, but it's not a crash out if you let it drop off. Because it can be hard to do, especially without Zuin. Let me put myself in an awkward position, right? Let me just put myself in an awkward position energy-wise. So let's say I go into a pack like this, right? I don't have much energy to play with, and I've just started. So now I'm already on the back foot, right? So what I do now is I'd wait for the last second to give myself the extra energy cycle. Because I knew if I Tiger Bombed early, I'd be fucked. You can see I'm already tight. I'm already super tight on it. Because I started off at a lower amount. Because I delayed it, I allowed it to keep the stacks up. So it's not always like a... It is like a Tiger Palm weave in between abilities, but it also... It's not always a bad thing to wait a second to let yourself energy regen a little bit more to then allow yourself to do the next cycle. Because if I had Tiger Palmed when Tiger Palm was available on that second one, there was no fucking way I was ever going to get that Tiger Palm off on that third one, and I would have essentially lost my 20% and wouldn't have got the next Flurry Strikes out, if that makes sense. So it's like, there is balance to it. How do you solve that problem? Well, you just go in with more energy. You don't start off at 50, right, without Zuin. You know, I mean, that's a super easy argument for it. But it's just on that, like, situation where you do. There are ways to save it. And it's to not just be like, oh shit, Tiger Palm now. It's okay, think about this. If I can delay this Tiger Palm just to 1 second, then I'll guarantee I can get up for the next cycle. Trust me, I fuck this up all the time. Like, and I can still do, like, pretty good damage in a dungeon, right? Just takes practice. Shadowpan should scale better with more item level because of AAO2. Maybe? I've never really thought about it. I guess, yeah, in theory. Yeah, I guess in theory, yeah. I guess you get more agility. You get 20% of higher agility number is more agility, yeah. I don't see why it wouldn't. And main stat's really good. It's why we run main stat trinkets at the moment. The main reason main strat's so good this season is just because we have so much we have so much of all the others, right? Like, we're already sat at like 16,000 mastery. This is low mastery. Like, I could easily put on more, but it's still a lot of mastery. 15,000 haste already, you know? 14,000 versatility. Disgusting. Our second, like, numbers are so inflated at the moment, and we're about to hit a turbo boost event in like a month or in like a few months, right? Like, we're going to be sat at stupid secondary stats, so we're literally fine on secondaries, so getting more primary is really good. So yeah, you're correct in that sense that, yeah, I never really thought about it, but yeah, if we're going to get more gear, more main stat, 20% of more of that, I can see Shadowpan just being better than Conduit eventually at everything. Why not? Why not? Conduit's so reliable and precise. I do like Conduit. I started hating it, not hating it. Like, trust me, I'm a big Conduit supporter. But I don't know. Like, I've never been someone that hated slicing winds, right? Everyone will, like, lots of people will be like, I'm not a fan of slicing winds. And I'd be like, I like slicing winds, it's fine, guys, come on. Until I did Nexus King as Conduit, and I don't know. I feel like this boss broke me when it comes to slicing winds. And the simple solution is just don't send it, man. Just hold the abilities. Yeah. But you lose so much damage. You have like 12 beams coming at you at any one time. You got to get in this soak and you got, oh my god. I don't hate Conduit, but I'm not happy with it at the moment. We're on bad terms. Which is funny because I love the hero talent. I think Conduit thematically is more fun. I think the idea of Conduit's actually really fun. The fact that you get super fast cooldowns and stuff. I just think it needs more damage. I wouldn't mind getting... See, I know that nerfs and buffs are about to happen tonight because NA in it, and it's been 2 weeks since class tuning and shit. 3 weeks, maybe even. Do we think Windwalker's getting anything? You'd love me to say yes, wouldn't you? I don't think we're going to get any tuning. And I think it comes down to Crackling Jade Lightning. Like, I actually think this one ability has stopped us getting buffed. Which is wild when you think about it. But, like, if you look at our weakest fights in the raid, we are down at the bottom of some of these fights. You look at our strongest fights, and we're at the top of these fights. It's so up and down, and it all comes down to what sort of fight it is that is our strength. And because we're not, like, weak across the board, I don't see us getting tuned. And it literally is just, it comes down to, like, Shadowpan and Crackling Jade Lightning. It's really strong in some situations, and then on other situations with the Walker's actually really bad. like we struggle so much in a lot of these fights. So I wouldn't even be phased if there was no mention of Windwalker at all. Oh, how based would it be if they just nerfed Crackling Jade Lightning? Oh my god, can you imagine? They just nerf us. That'd be fucking... I think that's more realistic than getting a buff. I actually do. Oh my god. A 5% aura buff and more spinning crane kick damage? Absolutely not. We're not getting buffed. Too good on some bosses, bad on some, and average on some. Yeah, I think we're just mixed across the board. So I just don't think we get any tuning. Which I think's fine. We're high on fights that we can get favorable crackles, so that means they have to buff our single target. I mean, you'd think that, and that it's logical, right? Windwalker's weaker on the single target fights, but really good in like the ad fights, the ad spawn fights. But there will be classes that are just weaker across the board, right? Like think about Paladin, right? Paladin's like one of those specs that ain't good in the AoE fights, ain't good in the single target. I think they're more likely to nerf these stupidly strong specs, and buff just the extremely weak ones across the board, right? Rather than like tune the middle ones just yet. So I think it'll be like things like buffing Boomkin because it's in the gutter, nerfing Warlock, nerfing Shaman. I was gonna say DK, but I think DK's fine, honestly. I don't know, interesting to see. I'm more interested in the boss tuning. I'm interested to see if they nerf Dimensius. I think they will. So how are we supposed to keep AA up out of cooldowns? It just comes down to practice, but setup is quite important. Like if you can set up a pack pretty well, then you're in a good way to do it. If you like starting off at 0 energy spent or anything below 60 is kind of awkward, because that means you have to expend 2 Tiger Palms to get to 20 straight away, which means you've already expended like tons of energy, and with no extra haste buff from Invoker's Delight, it's kind of rough. So it's more about prep. If you're just using a Storm, Earth, and Fire, prep's pretty important in it. Because if you let's say you start off at 120 energy going into it, you press Storm, Earth, and Fire, and then you press Tiger Palm, right? You're instantly at 20 stacks, and then you're actually, funnily enough, you're sat at 60. You're sat at 60, so it's only 1 Tiger Palm. So that means you can actually do something like, you can press, a lot of people just go Fist of Fury, Rising Sun Kick, or Rising Sun Kick, Fist of Fury, whilst that time is dropping, letting their stack energy regen all the way back up to full. And then when this is about to drop off and you finish your Fist and your Rising Sun Kick, then you Tiger Palm, and then you do something like a Whirling Dragon Punch into a Tiger Palm, into a Spinning Crane Kick, into a Tiger Palm, and that it just keeps it alive. So it's just making sure that you enter it in a good space where you're not having to expend like too many Tiger Palms straight away to allow yourself to get up to that stackage, because then you'll never be able to keep it up, if that kind of makes sense. I never noticed that shit until now. Yes, it's pretty important. It's why this track is good. I recommend this tracker. It's an all-in-one Flurry Strike tracker made by Seer. And like for me, all I need to do is essentially look at it, and when it goes blue, when the 5 at the top goes blue, I know I'm in it, and the 5 is the time, right? But like the important thing I was trying to like show is like, look, the moment I send out Flurry Strikes, 5, it keeps resetting itself. it resets itself 10 times. So it's not like the moment you press your last Tiger Palm to expend, that's when 5 seconds starts. It's, I want to say, it feels like it's 1.5 seconds after you've pressed that, 1.5 seconds after you expended your flurry strikes, because that's how long it takes for like your final flurry strike to hit, right? It's from the moment the final one's hit, so that gives you some time as well. It's all practice though. It's all just practice. Can I link that tracker? I can, yeah. One sec. Let me find it. It's hidden in my Discord somewhere. Where is it to? Tell me I haven't reset these. Useful. Yeah. So, where am I looking? There you go. That's the tracker. Yeah. I think that'll be it for me today. Good raid. Good raid. We raided for like an hour. But the M Plus was good. I enjoyed the M Plus. We got a 14 and a 15 done. That 15 was really fun. Kind of enjoying M Plus a bit at the moment. No raid tomorrow. We take Tuesdays off, so we'll be back on Wednesday. Yeah, good luck in your vaults, and let's have our fingers crossed for any mention of Wind. Actually, I don't want to say that because any mention could mean a nerf. That'd be kind of crazy. I don't know. Let's just see what they do. Look at it this way, right? Even if Windwalker doesn't get mentioned, if other specs get nerfed and stuff, that's still technically a buff. If you think about it like that, you know, if they're getting weaker, we're getting stronger. Yeah, is that cope? It's a little bit cope. Look at it this way. I'm like 99% sure we're not getting nerfed. It's not going to be like Undermine. So, at least that. The Undermine incident, where they nerfed us by 4% and made us play Slicing Winds. Good times, good times. Yeah. I'll catch you on Wednesday when we're doing more Dimensius. I think we're extending. We're likely extending. If we're not extending, I'll just, you know, stream Reclear and then Dimensius, or it might just be Dimensius. I need to get better at this boss because, fuck, I'm so washed. Alright, see you later.